Our solar system is made out of stars, comets, asteroids, planets, and other exciting things. This is how the solar system was first created. Here, in this picture, are our 8 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Mercury, the closest to the Sun. In astronomy mythology, Mercury was a Roman version of the Greek god Hermes. He is a messenger of the other gods, and for this reason Mercury was often depicted in pictures with winged sandals. Mercury, the planet closest to the Sun. Mercury is a small rocky planet, much like our Moon. It is covered with craters and has changed very little from when it was first formed. One of Mercury's largest features is called Calliros Basin. It is about 13,000 kilometers across. It was probably created by a very large crash early in the history of the solar system. Venus, the Roman goddess of love and beauty. She is also known as Aphrodite in Greek mythology. Venus is the second planet from the Sun. Venus's hot temperature is due to what we call the greenhouse effect. Why? The large amount of carbon dioxide in Venus' atmosphere acts like a blanket. The heat gets trapped underneath the thick layer of clouds because the heat has nowhere to go. Venus gets hotter and stays very, very hot. Venus is also the brightest star in the night sky. The ancient god of Earth. She was the giver of Earth and the universe, and was named the Great Mother of all. Earth, the third closest to the Sun. Earth is unlike any other planet in the solar system in a number of different ways. It is the only planet with an atmosphere containing 21% oxygen. It is the only planet that has liquid water on its surface, and is the only planet in the solar system that we have currently saw has life. Mars, the god of war. Mars is the son of Jupiter and Juno. Nobody liked him much, not the gods and not the mortals. Mars, fourth from the Sun. It's often called a red planet. In a lot of ways, Mars looks a lot like our home, though instead of blue oceans and green land, there's lots of dust and iron rust. This due to mineral called iron oxide that is very common on the planet's surface. However, when you look at the past of the surface differences, these two planets were similar in a lot of ways. Jupiter. According to ancient Roman myths, Jupiter was the king of all gods. In the Greek mythology, Zeus was the person who controlled all gods and the fifth from the Sun. Jupiter is our gas giant. It's in a category called the inner planets. Jupiter has a great storm called the red spot. Here in this picture it shows. It is made out of orange, red, and blue clouds. It's been around for 4.6 billion years. That's when the solar system was first started. This is the closest picture from Jupiter. Saturn was the god of time. Saturn ruled the gods before Jupiter, Neptune, and Pluto. These were his children. Saturn, the sixth planet in the solar system, and from the Sun. When seen through a telescope, it is far the most beautiful. The bright globe of Saturn is surrounded by rings which may be composed of ice. These 3 rings are visible from Earth using a telescope, like I said before. Photographs have been sent back from the US Voyager spacecraft in the 1980s. Did you know if you had a big enough swimming pool, Saturn would float on it? Uranus or Uranus is the sky god and first ruler. He is the son of Gaia, who created him without help. Uranus or Uranus is the seventh planet away from the Sun. It is also called the gas giant. Uranus has 13 rings. They are very thin and very slim. The seventh planet of the Sun is also known as ancient times, unlike the other planets from Mercury to Saturn. Do you know that Uranus is tilted on its side by an asteroid and orbits around the Sun diagonally? Neptune. Neptune was the lord of the sea. His brothers were Zeus, the king of all gods, Hades, the king of the underworld. He is also known as Poseidon in Greek mythology. Neptune is the eighth and last planet of our solar system. Neptune's discovery in 1846 was the most amazing discoveries in astronomy. Neptune has a very likely storm, like Jupiter, called a dark spot. On Jupiter, it's called a red spot. This storm has been going around for the same few million years, about 4.6. Neptune is also a sister gas giant of Uranus or Uranus. But where's Pluto, you might ask? Pluto is not considered as a planet anymore from 2006. Astronomers and scientists have made the decision that Pluto is in a new category called Plutoids. Thank you all for watching my short tour of the planets and guide. I hope you all learned something new and it wasn't too difficult for you to understand. Have a great time learning more on the solar system. See ya! Bye, Kushi.